Hi, Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and thank you for joining me today. Today is a Christmas project using the lovely Dashing Deer. So we're going to make this again. I'm going to make a few changes, but this was what I was trying out. I was trying it out for a possible swap when I had to do an embossing project, and then in the end I went with a different one. But my other half surprisingly went, I really like that card. And I thought, oh, all right then, I'll do it again. So this is what you need for it. So I've got a bit of thick Whisper White, my usual card size, half a sheet of A4 cut in half, scored in half. I'm going to make this a bit smaller, so I've used the that's the largest stitch circle, that's the next one down, and then the layering oval to go over it, because I just felt you can't really see, I've put ribbon behind there and you can't really see it, so I'm trying it out with a smaller one, and I'm going to extend this so it goes all the way to the end of the card, because I didn't like it with the gap there. So this is the width of the card, and it's 2 inches deep, and then I've just got a bit of a scrap for the sentiment, and then another scrap for the deer. Okay, so a bit of heat embossing, bit of ordinary embossing. Let's get started. So this is the stamp set. I've got the stamps already mounted. So it's Dashing Deer, and we've got this lovely deer with the swirly pattern on it, really like that. Some nice sentiments and some other deers, and we have some matching framelits with it as well, and the framelits cut out these 2 deers and that deer, and then you've got this leaping deer that you haven't got a stamp for, which is quite cute, and then these lovely corners which are really lovely when they're cut out. Imagine them on a corner of a card, they'd be lovely, or on the corner if you were scrapbooking of a journaling, and then you've got some sort of little flowers and stuff there. Okay, so we are going to need that one in a sec. Right, so I'm going to that needs embossing before I heat emboss it, and I'm using, we've got the 2 petal pairs. You've got the floral one, and then you've got this one. So I'm just putting it in like that, and I'm going to run that through my embossing folder. I'm going to do the heat embossing on these 2 things first. This is quite a big stamp, so I'm taking the pad to the stamp pad. Just realised I haven't got my powder, and I'm going to use my embossing buddy. Yay! Actually going to do that. So I'm going to run that over there, run it over there. I'm going to run it over my card that I am putting through the embossing folder as well. I'm going to do both sides of that. I'm not sure what side I'm going to end up doing, so I'm going to put that back in my folder, ready to emboss. Okay, so that's lovely. Let's just put the powder on that. Now you're probably thinking, she's gone right in the middle of that cardstock, but because I gut my cards, I can still use this as a mat if I'm taking it out the centre. That was my logic. There we go. No splatteries. Okay, and then we'll do the sentiment. On this. And then I'm taking my card blank, and as you can see I've got all these. Now you could die cut the little flowers that you've got dies for, but I want to heat emboss, so I am going to just randomly stamp this little flower. Right, so now we need the heat gun, so it's going to be noisy. I unhook it. So I am going to cut these out. For this one, I'm going to use the die from Merry Christmas All. I'm using this big die because that cuts it out really well. So that's what I used for that one. And then I've got the deer die. Oh, I already took it out. Wally. So that just fits over nicely on there, and those sort of line up like that to cut it out. Okay, so I'll do the cutting and the dry embossing and come back. Okay, so they're all cut out. So you could use that as a little shadow maybe, I don't know. There we go. Just pop this out of here. So you've still got a bit of a white line around the antlers there. Okay. So I have run this through, and I'm going to show you what I did with this one. I'm going to bring back a bit of grid mat I had the other day. So, and I am going to take my Versamark and just gently run it along it, so I just caught a bit on the top, and then on the other one I thought I was a little bit heavy-handed. I kind of went over a second time, so this one I'm just doing the once. I also didn't use my embossing buddy on the other one. There's a surprise. There we go. And then I get the heat tool and heat that up. there we go, and you can see the difference. This one was a bit more sort of heavy-handed, and this one is a bit lighter. So that was the look I was going for. Although I don't mind that, it looks slightly wood grain on the back. Okay, so now we just need to put it all together. So I need my bit of ribbon. So I'm using the Very Vanilla metallic edge ribbon, which I'm going to stick around there. So I'm just going to lob a bit off. Love this ribbon, and what I like is because it's Whisper White, you can colour it. That's the word I was looking for. Now I'm just going to lay this together because I have used a different size than the other one. So I did put it towards the bottom on the other one. And I actually might go across the middle this time. Yeah, I think I will. So put this on my grid mat so that I know the middle bit is where that solid line is. No, measured it and I still got it wrong. Get it straight. That'll do. That'll do. Did you notice there was some fast fuse on the clearance rack? Not sure if there's still any, but I was quite delighted. Chance to stock up my mountain even more. So I'm going to line that up at that edge there. Like so. I'm going to put a bit underneath this ribbon because it's going to get covered. To hold it in place, I'm going to use some dimensionals on that. I'm going to get this stuck together first. I'm going to use some Tombow. And I'm going to just get this block and stick it on top to give it a bit of a weight. I'm going to get the little stamping dimensionals on the back of my deer. that'll be fine. I'm not going to do it on the legs at all. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I am going to put 3 of these on here though. So I want to stick this on first. That was good, I checked. So sticking that on there like so. Put that across there. And then there we go, and then stick our rolled off right there. Because I haven't stuck them down there, they're kind of nicely sticking over. And then just as a finishing touch, I've got some rhinestones. And I am just sticking some rhinestones in the middle of these flowers. Might not put them on them all, might just put them on a random few. That appears to have one of my hairs. Might stick one as an eye on the deer. So that's it. So that is the 2. So that one's got the bigger oval and slightly more heavy-handed there on the embossing and less flowers, and that one's got more flowers. So not sure which one I like best. Perhaps you can tell me. Okay, all the details will be on my blog. Link down below, nigezza.co.uk. And if you want to purchase any of these, then you can click on my shop. And there is currently an offer on to go with the Dashing Deer of getting some exclusive DSP that go with it for orders over £200, I think, which you can read about over on the shop. Okay, be back again soon. Bye bye.